Hey guys, okay, so what we're going to do this time is we're going to try to trigger animations on proximity. So as you approach something, you can trigger an animation or some other type of action. Alright, so let's take a look. Here we go, I'm back over at Mixamo. So we were here last class working on this. We're going to build off what we did last time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into animations, and I'm going to take this guy who's running. He looks great. This will work. I'm going to go, we're going to make it actually run in place. So if I remove this, you can see he will start running off in the distance. I want to make him run in place, so if they were acting like our avatar in the future, we could basically have them walking appropriately. So I go, let's do this, view download, here it is, running in place. Just make sure that this is checked, looks good. It has to be checked at this stage once it's in my animations. It's not. I've seen it actually glitch when it was. I had this checked from the store to the animations. So just make sure it's checked when it's in your animations. I'm gonna go view the queue and the download. Let's do this, and let's download it. There we go. So I'm downloading, and that should be good. So next, I've actually got a third person scene here all set up right now. So what I would want to do is I'm going back up the chain up to the content folder, and I would generate a new folder called import. Look, there it is. I right click, new folder, name it import. There we are. And I'm going to go import, and now we're going to go running in place. This is the file that we just downloaded. I click on it, I go open, and I want to see import animations checked. I don't want any skeletal connections. We just want it linked up with the current mesh it's with. So everything looks good right now, but just make sure import animations is checked. Import all. Give it a second. It's almost there. Come on. Go, go, go. Alright, there we are. Next, I'm going to drag this animation out to my workspace. Here we are. Oh, and let's hit play. There we are, running in place. This looks good. So escape, and now what I'm going to do is the character is actually still selected right now. So this is what we want. I'm going to go across to blueprints. Let's add a blueprint. Create blueprint. Done. Alright, so we've got it basically in the viewport. I want to bring it over to the event graph, and let's zoom out here a little bit. Alright, so what I want is actually the event tech right here. So this is what we want. So every frame that's played, we want whatever is about to happen every frame. So what we're going to do is we're going to start off with we're going to get all the actors of the class. It's basically an array, and it's going to call up all the different characters in the scene. So we've got the two little avatars basically running around in the space. So I'm going to go right click, and I'm going to type in get all actor, get all actors of class. Yes, this is it. There we go. So we're getting all actors of class, and I actually have to actually name the character's class right here. So we want to actually call up the third person character, which is going to be our avatar essentially. So I go down here. I'm looking for T. Third person character. This is the one. Oh, all right. So it's going to be basically looking for the location of our avatar in a comparison with the location of the that animation that we just created. So now what I'm going to do is let's connect the event tick to the get all actors of class. There we are. Looks good. And the next thing I'm going to do is let's create a get, because right now this is an array, and it's bringing up all the different characters. We need to get a specific one, so I'm going to go right click and just type get. That's it right there. This is the get, and I'm going to connect it out of this, the third out actors. So I'm going to connect out actors into the get. Am I right? Looks okay. Looks good. Now we have to go with this. So basically what's happening is looking at all the actors, now we're starting to become specific, and then we're going to go out of here and we're going to go get actor location. So we want to get the location of this the avatar. So that was not correct. I'm going to go right click. So I'm going to go get actor location. That's what I want. We'll plug this into here, and this looks pretty good so far. So now we have to do is we have to set basically something similar up for not the avatar but that character with the animation on it. So I'm going to go right click and I'm going to type in self. So this is going to be the character. This is it. So we want basically this is going to call up the actual character, and I'm going to drag this across, and then we're going to generate the same thing as the other one. We're going to get the actor location. So get actor location. That looks good. These could almost run in parallel over here. So this one, come on. Something like that. And at this point, we are going to create a basically a vector minus vector value. So we're going to kind of subtract these two values, and then the number that it comes up with is going to determine if we trigger the animation or not. So I can click, I drag out of here, and I'm going to go, this is going to be vector length. This is going to give us the distance, and we're going to, oops, nope. So what I'll do is this, I'm going to go right click, break connections, and we can see, and this is a 3D vector value, so it's basically, it's giving us dimension in the Cartesian space. So I'm going to go over this, try this one more time. So I'm going to go click out of here, and I'm just going to hit the minus key on the keyboard, and I'm looking for the one that says vector minus vector. That's what I want. So we have two vectors, and I'm going to take this one over here and plug it into the bottom value, like that, and then I'm going to plug that into the vector length. So the distance, this distance minus this distance, equaling over here the vector length. So this is the actual number after the subtraction. And over here, then we're going to do a greater than symbol. So I'm going to drag it out here like this. So I'm going to say if this is greater than, and then we can apply it to the condition. So I'm just going to type in the greater than symbol, and I want the one that's float greater than float, like that here. And this is where I set the value. So this is the distance at which whatever is going to happen will trigger. So I can click in here like this, and I type in, I'll go to value of 400. I know that actually works out okay. I hit enter. From here, then what we're going to do is I'm actually going to create a branch, and this is going to branch off into the different actions that are going to take place. So here we go. I'm going to go like this. I'm going to go right click, and I'm going to go branch. There's my branch. I take the branch. Alright, so little dodge, you have to go all the way back over here from this get all actors of class. And I'm going to connect this with my branch. This is a little, let's move it down here a little out of the way. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take this condition and plug it in over here, like that. Alright, so then basically it's if it's greater than 400, if that's true, something will happen. If it's less than 400, then something else will basically happen. That's basically the way it's going to work. I'm going to start this off with a print string. So I just click over here like this. I drag out, and I'm going to go, we're just going to print out some text. print string should work. There's one, and I'm going to go again. Print string 2. That's false. We can zoom in here. So if the condition is true, it's going to print hello. Right now, if its condition is false, it's also going to print hello. So all I'm going to do is just change it up here, and I'm going to say if it's true, it's going to be, if it's greater than 400, that's true, then it's going to be far. It's going to say far. Enter. And then over here, I'm going to say this one is near. And that should be pretty good for right now. So let's give it a try. Let's see if this works. So I'm going to go over here. I hit compile, minimize, and let's hit play. And you can see it says near, which is telling me that I'm closer than a value of 400. I click, and then as I get a little bit further back, you can see that it goes to far. So success as I approach the character, near, far. So the idea is I could trigger something based on my distance from it, which is great as a storytelling vehicle that we can be making things happen as you're moving through space. And I can set that distance to anything I want, and it can seem very random for the player's experience. So that's this for this one.